don't have a relationship. That's what Jusuf Nurkic said before the game Saturday night against the Washington Wizards. That set off a firestorm. It just set off Suns Twitter. It set off a massive conversation because there's more in here than just we don't have a relationship. But this is what Jusuf Nurkic said before the game on Saturday. Quote, "We don't have a relationship, so it's fine. For me, just be a pro and do the best I can. Work and stay ready for whatever might be, but there is no chaos or bringing that to this team. They already have plenty of it. Trying to be as professional as I can and work my," I'm going to censor Jusuf here, "butt off for something else," end quote. I just had to clean it up a little bit for the radio there, Jusuf, but I think everyone understands what you were saying there. We don't have a relationship. And, of course, that led to post-game comments from Budenholzer that didn't really do anything to quiet this conversation. It didn't end the conversation. Kind of fed it a little bit. And I don't know if you thought it, but I'm certainly still thinking it. I'm old enough to remember when Kevin Durant reportedly didn't talk to Frank Vogel for a month. And I know Jusuf Nurkic isn't the player that Kevin Durant is in terms of stature, in terms of what he means to the team. But this is now the second straight year that you've had a coach and a player, reportedly, not speak for an extended period of time. There was apparently no communication to Jusuf Nurkic about being benched, about being taken out of the rotation altogether, about needing to earn minutes. Now, Coach Budenholzer said there was a conversation, but Jusuf Nurkic is saying, we don't have a relationship. We're not having a conversation. This is exactly what we saw at the end of last year. This is exactly what we saw when those stories came out about Kevin Durant kind of being confused or uncomfortable with the role that he was being asked to play from Frank Vogel, but not really saying anything to Frank, and some teammates wanting him to say something to Frank Vogel about it. This is the same script. It's a reboot of the series with some new actors, some new characters, but it's the same script. And the script is dysfunction. The script is not being on the same page. The script is issues off the court impacting the on-the-court product. They beat the Washington Wizards, and yet all anybody is talking about today is that quote. All anybody was talking about over the weekend was Jimmy Butler trade rumors and these comments from Jusuf Nurkic. The game itself, the actual on-the-court product, is a distraction to the main attraction, which is these rumors and this quote from Saturday. It's backwards. It's backwards. This is not how successful organizations run themselves. This is not how successful teams who are having good seasons deal with stuff. If the Suns were having a good year, this stuff doesn't happen. But when you are having a bad year, everything happens all at once. It's something, and it's something new every single day. Now, I don't want to be Captain Literal Man. I don't want to parse specific grammar in specific words. I don't want to be that guy, but I think I need to be that guy here today because I don't know if you caught it when you first read the quote or heard me say the quote, but there's something pretty important in here. So I'm going to read the quote again, see if you can catch it. Quote, "We don't have a relationship, so it's fine. For me, just be a pro and do the best I can. Work and stay ready for whatever might be, but there is no chaos or bringing that to this team. They already have plenty of it. Trying to be as professional as I can and work my butt off for something else." Did you catch it? Did you catch a very important grammatical choice by Jusuf Nurkic? Did you catch something in particular that he mentioned? He talked about not wanting to bring any chaos or saying there's no chaos or bringing that to this team. And then it's the follow-up sentence. They already have plenty of it. Jusuf Nurkic said the quiet part out loud. And he said the quiet part out loud and completely removed himself from the chaos because he used the word they. He separated himself because he's not stupid. Jusuf Nurkic can read the reports. He can read the rumors. He can read the tea leaves. He knows that the Phoenix Suns are actively trying to ship him out to Phoenix. There's a reason why before the flu, he was benched. And not just in a, you're now a reserve backup center, as in a, you don't get any minutes center. You got to earn your minutes type of player. And Jusuf Nurkic said they already have plenty of it. So he absolved himself of it. I'm not on this team. They've got enough of this drama. He completely took himself out of being a member of the Phoenix Suns. Now, the Phoenix Suns took him out of being a member of the Phoenix Suns first, but this is him playing the same game. And he also said the quiet part out loud. They already have enough of it, plenty of it, to quote him correctly. Because Jusuf Nurkic is telling you, and is saying in this quote, what we've all seen, what we're watching on a regular basis, as we wonder if the latest saga in the Jimmy Butler story is going to lead him to being a Phoenix Sun. If the Suns can find a trade partner that is willing to take on Bradley Beal, and in the middle of all of that, can they beat the teams that they're supposed to beat on their schedule? We all know there's chaos. We watch it. We talk about it on a regular basis here on this show. Every single day, there's a new wrinkle, there's a new story, there's a new level to this drama. Just today, we're going to add 2 more layers to it. And while maybe he didn't mean to, Jusuf Nurkic also added another layer to it. Because he admitted that he doesn't have a relationship with the coach, that he's basically been iced out, and he completely absolved himself of all of the chaos that is surrounding this team by saying, listen, this is not a we thing. This is a them thing. I'm just over here. I know my place. I know this team doesn't want me here anymore. But there is no chaos or bringing that to this team. They already have plenty of it. And then he says, trying to be as professional as I can. Well, let me just tell you something, Jusuf Nurkic. I don't think this was the most professional way to handle this. Now, you may be upset with the lack of professionalism that was on the Suns side of this and the way that they handled this. But remember when Bradley Beal was asked about being benched? Remember? Did he give a quote like this? Did he give anything that is close to this quote? He was upset, and he was visibly frustrated. He's got trade rumors circling all the time. Did he say something like, they already have plenty of chaos? Did he throw his coach under the bus and say, we don't have a relationship? Or I wasn't told about this? Did he say anything like that? Has he said anything like that afterwards? No. Because while it is a bad situation, Bradley Beal is a prideful basketball player. He does not want to be a bench player. He does not want to be getting paid $50+ million to come off the bench. He doesn't want all of the noise that comes with that of you're not good enough to be in the starting lineup. It's not working with you in the starting lineup. Even though we traded all of this stuff to get you, you're not what we need in the starting lineup. No player wants to hear that. But Bradley Beal didn't go to these extremes. But this is the second straight year. Different coach, different player. But the second straight year, we are having a conversation about the Phoenix Suns, and apparently a coach and player not speaking for a regular amount of time. Like, this isn't just like a day or two. This is like a significant amount of time. Months. Kevin Durant and Frank Vogel apparently didn't talk for a month last year. Jusuf Nurkic saying that he hasn't talked to Budenholzer. Does that sound like a team that's going to all of a sudden turn things around? Jusuf Nurkic on this team or not on this team? Does that sound like the culture, like the structure of a team that's going to find themselves here over the remaining 30-some-odd games that they have left, 38 games left on their schedule? Does it sound like that to you? Because it doesn't sound like that to me. Sounds like a team that's got a lot of chaos surrounding it. To use Jusuf Nurkic's term, they've got plenty of chaos around them. Trading Jusuf Nurkic doesn't fix the chaos. 480-864-1060 is the phone number. If you want to hop into the conversation, you can also hop into the conversation over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. You've got the live chat over there as well. So maybe you're at your office desk and you can't really pick up the phone because we can't let the boss know what we're doing. Well, guess what? If you're over on the YouTube stream, you can just type your thoughts, and we'll get your thoughts out here on the air if you want to continue the conversation here about the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, and my sincerest apologies that we didn't lead with this today, because it is our responsibility here on this show to keep you up to date on these things as they change. The Phoenix Suns playoff probability update for you today on this Monday, January 27th, 6.9%. So big win over the weekend. They moved up from like 5.5% to 6.9%. So there's your playoff probability update that we should have done at the top of the show, but we did not.